Alright boys, so a lot of things has actually ended up changing since my last stub method, and honestly a lot of things that we were doing back then, it just doesn't work the same now, so we're completely revamping the whole thing. Today we're going to be talking about how you guys are going to end up getting a lot of stubs in MLB The Show 21, and basically what you guys are going to be doing is a big combo of a lot of different things to end up getting the guy squad that you always wanted. Now some of the things I'm going to talk about today are going to be a little bit harder than others, but we're going to be talking about both ways that you guys can make a lot of stuff. Before we get into this video, make sure you guys hit that like and sub button as we're on the road to 6K. Let's get right into the freaking video. Do you guys want cheap stubs on the market? Make sure you guys go to MLB.com, today's sponsor, and make sure you guys use code MAIT for 5% off your purchase. First thing I want to do is kind of credibility check. A lot of you guys always ask about my team. If you end up wanting to get a God squad like me, guys like Belly, Yelly, Arenado, a lot of pitching too that I've got, like Aroldis Chapman, Jansen, Goose Gossage. All these guys are very expensive dudes. Justin Verlander. Then do some of the things in this video and you guys should have it no problem. The first thing I'm going to tell you guys to do is an absolute must, and it is the Battle Royale program. Now I've already finished this. You can make like 900, 800,000 stubs by just playing this thing. At the very end, not even including the Cole Hamels, which is going for about 60K, I believe, and the 90 choice pack, which gives you Kenley Jansen, which is going for about 180,000, is you get one of these, which is going to be either, I know a lot of guys are going to be like Arenado, and Arenado is going for 500K, and I do have him on my team, but there's also guys going for a ton, like Cody Bellinger, and Aroldis Chapman is still one of the better lefties in the game, going for an absolute ton right now. He's going for 574K, so just doing this alone, by playing the game, you're going to end up getting close to 1 million stubs from this program. It is absolutely huge. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the events. Now, I've been slacking on the events, but the events are also a great way to get stubs. Guys like Ricky Henderson are still going for about 267,000 stubs, which is absolutely nuts. On top of that, you get rewind packs that are going for 200K as well. These are the best ways to make stubs by playing the game. And now we're going to start talking about some of the methods. Now the best way to make stubs right now is going to be doing run it back. Now you can do run it back a lot of different ways. You can do run it back through the showdowns. And I do have a full tutorial on how to finish the run it back program that I'm actually going to link right now, because I don't want to spend about 8 or 9 minutes talking about how to get this done fast. But there's a lot of ways to do it other than just doing the simple showdowns. I know a lot of guys struggle with showdowns. I know you're probably watching this and you're like, I'm not the greatest player. I don't like showdowns. Showdowns are really annoying. Well, you don't have to do that. And trust me, we're going to be talking about another method that's not even going to take any skill. But if you are doing this while you're doing the second thing that I'm going to be talking about in this video, while you're flipping certain cards, you can end up maximizing your stubs to where you're making about 100,000 stubs an hour through flipping and through doing run it back at the same time. And you're going to be going back and forth from the market. The next thing that I'm going to be talking about today is the most complicated version, so we're going to break it down, but it is going to be flipping on the market. I'm going to tell you guys what cards you should be flipping. Some of the cards that I have been flipping lately are not the normal cards that you guys would actually end up seeing me. They're not 42 cards, but they are actually collection cards is what I like to call them. So guys that are in the filters of veteran and guys that are in the filter of awards. Now I've been doing the veteran because I feel like there's still not a lot of veteran in the game. Now these move pretty dang fast, believe it or not, because of how good not only the gaps are, but because of how much they are needed inside of the Kershaw collection and the Mookie Betts collection, all of that. Now what to look for here is these are going to take more time. Now these flips you might get like 2 of these an hour. So you're going to end up getting guys like Jimmy Rollins and Hal Newhouser. I'm looking at these right now, and these are like 7,000 to 8,000 stub gaps. The bigger the stub gap between the buy now and the sell now price is, the better it actually ends up being. So this Jimmy Rollins is absolutely amazing, and you should make about 7,000 of flip. Now you got to keep in mind that these move slower. I'm going to be talking about a lot of different cards, and these move slower, so expect to get these about 2 per hour, but you are going to be getting about 14,000 stubs an hour off of about 2 flips. You take one for Jimmy Rollins and you take one for Hal Newhouser or some of these other guys. If you want to end up going a little bit smaller, you can end up going guys like Joey Joey Votto, but I still think that those are going to be the best kind of options there. And now you can kind of just look around the awards cards. Again, these are amazing also. Now, I wouldn't recommend really doing these that are worth a ton of stubs, but you can kind of scroll down and find some that are a lot better. About 13 to 7-7 is really, really good. Dwight Evans isn't terrible. Justin Upton's not bad. Dallas Keuchel's amazing. That's a pretty good gap right there. And Dallas Keuchel is also a budget beast, so he moves pretty fast in that aspect too. But you're going to kind of just be scanning, and anything over about a 6,000 gap between buy now and sell now that's not over 26,000 stubs is really, really good. The next cards I'm going to be talking about flipping. Now, these are cards like the awards, and like I just said, that you're going to want to do about 2 or 3 flips of that an hour. Now, the next thing you guys are going to end up doing is going to be flipping Topps Now cards. Now, Topps Now cards are really, really huge gaps right now. 21 to 13-3. That is ridiculous. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Shane Baz is a 7,000 difference. You got Garrett Hampson 4 to 5,000 difference on pretty much every single Topps Now card. Now, the reason that the gaps are so big are because not only does nobody want to play moments at this type of year, is that these collections are needed for all the player of the month and everything like that, and people want to go the short way since there's a lot of stubs in the game and not want to play moments. And so you can take advantage of these gaps, take these buy now orders, sell now orders, end up putting down a buy order. I'm actually going to put a couple in right now. Jazz Chisholm's a really good one, so we'll put some in for 9,001, and whenever they actually end up going through, we will actually end up creating a sell order for 13,573. So these are really, really good ways to end up doing it. The Topps Now cards are amazing. Some of the veteran cards are good as well, but some of these flips will move a lot faster in the Topps Now category. You should be getting about 10 of these an hour on top of your 2 of everyone, which should make your flipping total go between something like 50 to 70,000 stubs. And if you end up riling it up and round up, I've had situations where I've ended up flipping for about an hour, and I've gotten about 150,000 stubs from just flipping the market. So if you want to sit on the market and you want to just grind, you can make 150,000 stubs an hour. I've heard of guys making 400 to 500,000 this type of year that are really, really good. Another thing is that you can do it on your phone as well with the MLB The Show companion app. So if you're in class just chilling and you want to get some flips in, do it on your phone. This is something that you don't have to do on your Xbox or PlayStation anymore. You can do it in class, do it at school, do it at work, wherever you're doing this, and you should be able to get just as much stubs, and it's going to be a huge help for you. I know for myself, I've been really trying to get some flips done on my phone while I'm just sitting in class. I know I might not be the best student, but, you know, I'm getting a God Squad. So the big thing here is that you can do all of these ways to end up making a lot of stubs. And some of these cards that I talked about today that are flipping really, really quick are those veteran and Topps Now cards. Now, the veterans don't go as fast, but the Topps Now, you should be able to move 10 to 20 an hour. Now, make sure one thing here is a lot of guys in my comment section below are always like, it's not flipping fast. I'm struggling to have this flip really, really quickly. One thing that you can always do to make sure that you check that you are not getting outbid. Now, how you do this is you go and look at the cards that you are working on, and one thing that I always suggest is work on the same page. Do not work on different pages of the market. Mesh them together. They're going to go a lot easier, and you're going to be able to tell what you bid on and what you didn't. And if you did end up getting outbid, just cancel your order in My Orders and then actually go back into it. It's going to make it go a lot faster. Now, boys, if this video ended up helping you guys get stubs, make sure that you drop a like and a sub, as it helps me out an absolute ton. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and peace.